All right. Good morning. A little chilly here in Washington, but we see some blue sky, and some sun, and I've been through one of the worst mornings of my fucking back and my hip. God. So I know I'm in trouble now. I could barely get to my car, and do my morning chores, and like, oh boy, I had to call my sister, let her know that I'm in trouble. I'm dreading all this, really am. Fucking job didn't pay me. Said they're paying me on the 1st. This month 6. I don't know what to do. And they called me. Oh yeah, it's all done, Jim. We're ready to go. Okay, finally ready to go. If I don't get this job, then and paid. I already have the job. And I'm probably gonna default on all my shit. And that's the difference between making it and not. When Social Security did a first overpayment collection on me, they took 100%, so it unhoused me in my little apartment. It's an assisted apartment in Northern California, up by the Trinity River, a place that I love. But anyways, it unhoused me, left me with zero income. I had worked hard for my credit rating and all that. And so I went and I sold my 2 little trucks like an idiot. My Internationals pickup and my little Ford Ranger. And put that money down on a little Kia. Thought I could. And I can. I know how to. I'm a good driver. I know how to drive. But when I'm in so much goddamn pain, first of all, it's not a safe or ethical thing to do. If you're a for hire driver, you can't drive. And, my pain threshold's pretty high, but boy, I'm tapping out. I'm hoping the VA was good enough to give me a small disability rating, and this fucking crow is eyeballing my shit. Don't fuck with crows. They don't forget. He's right there. Let me show you this grub motherfucker too. There he is. Look at him. Oh, there he goes. But I don't have very many followers or subscribers. I had 8. I don't care. I like to talk to the camera because my friends give me a hard time. They're like, Jim, you talking to yourself again. We heard you. We've been standing at the door, listening. You say like you got a conversation going here. I do. I have some these leather braces I'm making for my wrist, and I can't find my little leather tool. I got most of it sewed together. You can see that all along those edges. And do that myself here, and then I buy the leather. This is deerskin. A nice little shop here in Tacoma sells hides and stuff if you like to do leather work. I bought my little hammer there and my tools, and I make my own braces. So I got stitching to go here, around there, and then get the little sticky things put on. But I'm falling down fast here, and I know it. I'm gonna have a tough time with it too. I can tell. You can't just go to a hospital these days and say, oh, I'm in pain. They're like, oh, yeah, really? Oh, okay, what do you want? You fucking deal with it any way you can, you know. Any fucking way you can. Felony, where you at? Hey. Oh, there she is. Nope, that's a crow. Fucking crow on the ground there. Anyways. I think the dog's depressed. Kind of not sure what's going on. She'll get on my bed and there's a little wet spot there. I don't know if she's in heat or what, but yeah, you know, it's not easy for me to run all my blankets down and wash it because she puked on it, you know. But hoping and praying for a miracle. If the job doesn't pay, I gotta call them tomorrow and, you know, what's up here? What's wrong now? You know, they pay me through an app called Gusto. I don't trust none of these motherfuckers, man. They're supposed to pay me on the 1st, maybe because it's a weekend. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll wake up tomorrow and I'm still fucked. Well, big company called Integrate Sons. This big, huge effort and money being pumped into solar stuff because it does work. What a lot of people don't understand is we only have 4 terabytes of power right here. And right now, we're just about even. See, so if we don't create energy, electric energy, then we can't continue to build. You see how vital it is to the economy. So when one side says, oh yeah, we're windmill, solar was, you know, free. And the other side says, oh no, oil and gas, you know, and fuck. And they're not looking at the part where if it's just oil and gas, well, you're going to be gas-fired generators. Stuff like that. You won't be able to build past your electrical capacity. And so hopefully this company's a nationwide company, and hopefully they're going to get me on the payroll. I mean, I signed everything, I did everything, and I don't know. Maybe I'm getting scammed and burned. Maybe they're going to go in my account and fucking rob me. I don't know. This Gusto thing, this that I signed up for in order to get paid, also said that they can put money in and take money out. So I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to get scammed. I'm getting scammed. I don't know. I can't tell. They did obtain their license. I am the assigned administrator on their license. I hope they don't need me doing jumping jacks and shit like that. Good God. My fucking body's not going to hold up. In the state of Washington, if you're incapacitated as an administrator, in other words, you can't perform your duties, I have to unassign from the company. So, we'll see how that goes. I'm, you know, a pretty tough bird. I just made it through my morning, and it's the toughest morning I've had in a while. That's for sure. That's for sure, buddy. There's a new movement coming up, being built. This young lady, she's a movie actress, Jennifer Lawrence. And I would encourage anybody to listen to what she has to say because, you know, obviously this country is fucking ripped apart, torn apart, in such a fucking mess. All state budgets are out of control. None of these politicians who are in charge of all this stuff give a shit about us, man. They all go home at night in their mansion and You got the maids cooking and cleaning. You don't have to worry about a fucking thing, man. We have to worry. Saw a nasty accident yesterday. Pouring rain. Car got T-boned. A little minivan. It just sent it rolling over, man. I couldn't believe how easy it rolled. But I just went and stayed home. Oh, boy. Hoping for a miracle in my life, and I don't know if I'm going to get it, you know. I would ask God, you know, am I forsaken? Am I feeling sorry for myself? Rheumatoid arthritis? Am I just destined to be poor for sure? So I think I'm one of the chosen ones that are always broke, never have any fucking money to speak of, you know. I don't know. I barely made it from my car into Safeway. I'm at disabled parking. It's probably 25 feet to the door, and then my little electric cart. Fuck, I could barely make it. It's just a pain in my hip, and I don't know what to do anymore. I'm glad I'm alive. My roommate Mike should be home today, and he goes up every other weekend, sees a girlfriend. Do the living and loving thing, you know. Good things. I don't know what to do. I'll try to get a nap. I'll find my little punch thing so I can finish my brace. All I know is I got a new Humana plan, and it's going to help me with my dental. Finally, fuck. Supposedly. Plus, they put $100 a month in my bank account. I think that my Carrie Cagle, very nice lady, does all our insurance stuff for veterans. And I tell all the guys about her. I give them the number. She'll help you with any secondary type insurance plan that's suited for the veteran and help you the most. So I'm hoping this Humana plan to get my dental done. 4 fucking cavities I got. And they're like, oh well, we only do preventive medicine like a dental cleaning and a check. Huh? That's not preventive. That's not to preventive to shit. If you don't fix a cavity, you get an infection. It didn't prevent anything, right? Well, you know, I don't care anymore. I do the best I can do, and you know, I don't know what else to do. I'm so thankful the owners here have. You know, on one hand, the housing market took an upside down bullshit. No one's buying houses. They were going to sell this and head to Florida. But now the Florida market seems to be in big trouble, you know. And one thing you can't tell, like on a new build, you know how much your mortgage payment, a fixed thing, is going to be the same. But taxes is one thing you can't predict. And that's such bullshit. I think when people buy a home on a fixed rate, and they should have a fixed tax thing, not every year this tax guy comes by and you just want to kick his ass anyways. Up, now you owe us another $550 a month, whatever. What a bunch of fucking idiots, man. None of the governors that I've seen during the pandemic put a freeze on tax hikes during the artificial bubble that Zillow created. No, they said, oh, Zillow said your house is worth this now, double, so let's double your fucking taxes. No. When I run for governor, if I'm alive and capable of running for office, man, I'm going to fix that shit. No more tax hikes for fixed income people who've lived in their home for 30 and 40 years and it's paid off, whatever. Your taxes are going to stay the same. We're not going to do that to people. I'm not going to do that to people. My back hurts. The clouds are kind of forming again. Getting some cloud cover. It's a little chilly. You know? A little chilly. What do you do if you don't have family, you know, and you're all alone? Well, I suspect you suffer. Today I'm suffering. I'm going to try to find my little punch tool. I can't seem to. I had it the other day. I want to get this brace done, and I got to go to the store and get some of these little Velcro things. And that way I can. I was up at an ungodly hour today at fucking 3 a.m. out on the road and going to get some cigarettes. Doctor's taking those away from me. If they agree to work on me, I can't ever smoke again. And which is fine. I've been off of them several times. I'm thankful that the VA raised my rating to group number 3. I have a small VA pension now. That's not much, but it's nice to know they can take care of my Social Security. They can take my job. But they can't take my $175. And that's enough money, believe it or not. You know, if you don't have anything else. Oh, there go the fire engines. We had a domestic shootout over here the other day right behind us. I pulled up in the driveway and I saw the cops on the next street up. And this crazy fucker had a gun, you know, and his wife took off out the window. And I'm in the front yard and a cop comes through the backyard. This young fella, really in good shape, young guy. He comes barreling over the fences. I was like, what in the fuck is going on? Then a detective came to the door and asked me if I heard anything. I didn't, but in one of my videos, and I probably erased the fucking thing, I'm sitting right here and I go, you hear a gunshot. Like right behind me. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. It clears bell, and I go, whoa. But I can't find the video. I was wearing my beanie cap and a hat on, I think. It's a little chilly out today. But anyways, that crazy son of a bitch, they took him to jail. They shot him too, I think. But he's all right. Domestics are the worst. You know, they're the worst. I'm going to have to get a hold of my doctor and tell him what's going on. I don't want to. I definitely don't want to. Nobody likes it when you call in, oh, I'm in pain. Oh, huh? Oh, really? They tell you, go to the ER. Well, fuck the ER. You know, you go in an ER and say, oh, I'm in pain. They're like, oh, brother. You know, they treat you like a drug addict. So I just sit here and I took 5 ibuprofen this morning. I'm feeling a little better. just don't understand why my back's hurting so bad. I've had a couple surgeries many years ago, and maybe it's just catching up. You know, over years things start to show, you know. I've had to come to the conclusion, accept the fact that, you know, at 64 years old, and my Uncle Tommy had this same illness I have, and kind of runs in the family. But he never had artificial joints. I've got 3 of them right now: knee, hip, shoulder, all left side, and I'm scared. Got a hip and a knee here, need it right now, and I'm pretty much homeless. Pretty much. So I'm still hoping that maybe God's good grace and, you know, that something good's going to come upon me. And of course, money is always the thing we all need to survive. But not having enough of it, it just keeps you on that, you know, you're like, oh, I can't really afford this, but we'll just live in the car. How's that? I've got blisters on my fucking hands from this walker. God. Oh, small aircraft. Right over the top. It's probably the goon squad. They've been following me. Called my brother and told him, that's a float plane. Little Stearman. You know, the goddamn goon squad keep following me around and shit. They're checking me out. You know, I know. Social Security, I don't give a fuck. I tell them, saddle up, get your boots on. You want to know what I do? Follow me, get in the car. I don't give a fuck. But I've tried my best to the American people that I'm disabled with this arthritis disease. But I never quit trying. A lot of people I know, once they're on this system, boy, they think they hit the fucking jackpot. Let me tell you, you didn't hit shit, because that's as far as you're going. You're at the end of your fucking line there with that, and you know, that's not the end of the line for me, man. I keep saying success for me is around the corner. And if I stop now, I'm never going to find it. You know, I won't know where it is, what it is. It might be 2 steps down the road. You quit? Oh, fuck. Ain't a quitting. But I had to stop the taxi company because, you know, it's one thing, you know you got bills to pay, but there's also a legal liability. When you drive, you have to be fit to drive. It doesn't mean you're perfect. I know an 80-year-old guy drives for Lyft. He's counting on his mileage deduction to keep him under the limit, and I went, uh-oh, okay. That's a little chilly. You know, we ask, what's coming for this world, man? If we don't get involved in a new movement with the young people, and fucking dog has fleas, man. If we don't get involved in a movement, if we don't start looking at things differently, and all this business of our congresspersons going to D.C. and having to stay on a phone all day, every day they're on the phone, half a day anyways, raising money, calling the richest of the richest, the same people. They don't call us. Can you deliver $10? Can you give me $50? So are they really working for us? I suspect some of them are. God, how the cops are busy on Sunday. I don't know. I don't know, folks. I do know this. This old man's tired. Yeah. Amazing how many fucking people get in wrecks around here. This is the dumbest things. It's like, fucking slow down, man. On a Monday morning, everyone, oh, fuck, don't get in people's way. They're mean. They're angry. They're pissed off. I went up, I took this one lady to Seattle once. Good God. There's some chick up there behind me, and she's laying on the horn. And it's just this angry violence, you know? And I'm like, what in the fuck is wrong with her? But don't ever respond to it if it happens to you. Just ignore the motherfuckers. You know, just ignore them. That's why I really don't want to drive anymore. I got to call my credit union and see if they'll help me refinance this car, at least so I can get through surgery. Thank God I got rid of Allstate Insurance, who we started out at $180 a month. In 1 year, we were at $300 a month. I moved to the other side of town. It was $386 a month. Huh? The car payment's $470. No. So I started looking around in USAA Insurance, and this is not a paid advertisement, by the way. They got me back to $170 from $389. They saved me $200, a little over $200 a month. Those are the little things. That's a big thing to me. That can really trim this budget. I do have some credit debt. Probably about $225 a month, more than I can take. And if I can't figure out my income stuff, and with Social Security is now going to take half my stuff at the worst time, I'm medically completely fucked. They don't care. Not with T-Man in office. It's all about the money, man. So he says. Build a big ballroom. What a fucking idiot, man. What a fucking idiot. Let's don't feed these people. And, you know, SNAP is what it is. It's something we've had for a very long time. But I hope the young kids can figure this out, because it's going to take them to do this and to form a new movement. I say register as an independent. Don't register as a Democrat or a Republican. That's all chaos. The Democrat Party and this bleeding heart liberals that just think we can just AOC, whatever his name is, said one time, we can print 10 trillion. Just slap it on the debt. You can't do that, because you run into the wall at some point. And it's got to be paid back. And we know that we owe Chinese debt. We pay the interest on that debt. And we'll never get out. All we're doing is paying interest on the debt. And I say, print the fucking money up. Pay the Chinese their $800 billion, right? And pay ourselves the interest on what we borrowed to pay them, because we know the money's not worth shit. You see, it's not worth shit. Anyways, yeah, here in Washington, we got Department of Labor and Industries missing $30 million from 10 years ago to make a medical record keeping system for the claims and stuff that come in. Money's gone. $150 million, and I'm not getting off this dime. $150 million for a 50-unit tiny home village, and Jay Inslee was trying to raise more money. It was pathetic. I watched it. That's $3 million a piece at $150 million at 50 units. Let's do the math here. It's $3 million for a shed with a shitter and a shower. Come on. You think we could have just went out and bought homes like this little home right here? 500 grand gets this home. And come in, buy it right now and finish it out like you need it. We hauled in all the new electrics, the circuits. Well, we didn't. Mike did that. But we did it, did it under contractor license so it could be sold. It's been an initial inspection, was a good to go cover, and our roughing was all good, so I was hoping Mike could make it in today and knock this fucking shed out so we can get this shit done. But it's all right. Pain is a great equalizer. It's the one thing that, these guys think they're tough until they suffer an injury or some real pain. And then you find out, fuck, just not as tough as I thought I was. But anyways, I'm rambling on today, and I'm hoping the new movement starts and we get this political crap figured out. We can't have congressmen going there and women going to D.C. and staying on the phone all day. That's hardly working. Raising money, because the more money you get, the more money the party gets, and the more money, the more chance they have to win. That doesn't make any fucking sense. It's all a scam. All these fucking lobbyists greasing the palms. Get rid of those scumbags. Fuck them guys. Fuck them and the horse they rode in on. Anyways, God bless you guys. God bless America. And, I hope your life journey works out good. You deserve everything that you should get here in America. And I don't think we're getting it. Not right now. Anyways, good day and God bless you.